All right. You know how I go. I got one person in here. What's popping? What's popping? Hey, I'm gonna start it. Everybody else, they can catch up. Whoever comes in. So I'm pretty sure you can see the title is called "Here's My Shoulder." Man. So I'm on my way to a job site, right? And I stopped. And look, fair warning. If I cry, it's just, if I cry, I'm human. I'm truth teller. I've cried on YouTube before telling y'all what was going on. So I said, all right, I'm thirsty. I want something to drink. So I pull into the McDonald's, get me an iced coffee. And when I pull in, a guy pulls in a red, I think it's a Ford Explorer. And he had his head down. Like when he pulled in, he had his head down. So I looked over at him. I said, sometimes people tired and all kind of stuff. So I walk halfway to the parking lot, to the door, and I turn around, I look, and I see the guy still got his head down. So I go over to him and I knock on the window, and he just look at me, and I see tears running down his face. So I asked him through the window, "You okay?" And he opened the door, and he got out, and he was just crying. And I said, "Yo, you all right?" And he was like, "No." My first instinct was to grab this man and embrace him, because one thing that hurts me more than anything on planet Earth. Now I'm not gonna say that anything that more than anything on planet Earth. One thing that hurts me a lot is when I see another grown man crying. Right? Because men, we can get through a lot. We can get through a lot. But to see a grown man crying like that, I knew something was hurting him. So I said, "Man, you good? You all right?" As I'm hugging him, and this man is embracing me, and I'm embracing him. I don't know this man from a hole in the wall. And the funny thing is, I never even asked him his name through the whole situation. So as I'm hugging him, he just says, "Man, she's gone. She's gone." And I said, "Who's gone?" He said, "His mother." So I said, "Wow. What do you say?" So he's still holding on to me. And when you hugging somebody and you just let the embrace go, but this person ain't letting go. He's not letting go. So I hug him, and I just keep on hugging him. And he was like, I tried. I was like, damn. I had to ask him. I said, "What happened?" And he let me go, and he leaned on his car, and he was like, "My mother was sick in the hospital, and I was on my way to see her, and I didn't get it. I didn't make it in time." So I was like, "Oh shit." Excuse my mouth. "Oh shoot. What do you say in those situations?" Right? So I said, "Man," I just told him, I don't even know what to say. I said, "You want to talk about it?" And he was like, "No, I don't want to hold you up." I said, "Well, listen, you're not holding me up. I want to make sure you're good before I even pull out of this parking lot. Are you good?" And then he started telling me how him and his mother didn't have the greatest relationship, and in the past like 3 months they rekindled, and she was diagnosed with, I think, what's some type of like maybe brain cancer, something with her brain, cancer with her brain. I'm gonna just say brain cancer. And if I'm wrong, please forgive me. Rest that lady's soul. I'm not putting nothing on her beautiful spirit. I don't know her, but I'm assuming she's a beautiful spirited woman. And so he was like, we just talked on the phone, and she was in the hospital, and I told her I was coming to see her, and they just called me and told me that she passed away, and I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So I said, "Well, listen, bro, it ain't never too late to say goodbye. You can say goodbye right here." I said, "Come on, let's go." And he looking at me. I said, "Come on, let's go. Me and you." I said, "I don't know her. Let's go, though." I said, she's still an elder. She's passed on. Let's go say goodbye together." So we walked So what a McDonald's is, it's like it's an empty, I don't say parking lot, whatever it is, but it's empty. It's dirt and all that kind of stuff. It's empty. Empty little lot. So we walk over to the lot, and when I tell you this man, his goodbye was, you would have thought that he was standing over her casket at a church saying goodbye. He was talking about how, you know, he was sorry, and you know, she has no kid, you know, he has kids, and he was like, you know, he pulled a picture, and this is old school. He pulled a picture of his kids, 2 kids, out of his wallet. But he's talking as if this woman is standing right there in front of us. But I'm not going, you know, hey, how you say goodbye is how you say goodbye. I'm just there to morally support you, because I don't want you feeling, at that time, I know how it go. I know how it is to need somebody at a time like that. I know how it go. So I said, I'm going to be here. I'll stay with you. Don't worry about what I got to do. You do it. So he was just talking as if this woman was standing in front of us. And he pulled out his wallet. She said, Mom, he said, you know, Mommy, I wanted to introduce you to the kids. This is, you know, he said their names, 2 daughters. This is such and such, and this is such and such. And he was like, man, I was telling them so much about their grandmother, and I really wanted them to meet you. And blah. I'm talking about for like 30 minutes. He's just talking as if this woman is there. So, and while he's talking, you know when you stand on your feet but you squat down, he squats down and he starts crying again. And I told him, I said, look, man, I don't know what to tell you to help you out. I said, but I can tell you right now, don't ever think because your mother's gone, like she's deceased, that she's not here. I said, that's not the case. I said, you know, when people pass on, that's the best part of their life. Everything that somebody does, and that's what I told him, everything that somebody does is to leave memories, right? Everything that I do is to leave a memory. If I come in contact with you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and I pass on, I want you to be able to say, you know, truth teller, and then tell a story about me. Keep me going. So I said, look, I don't know, you know, when you lose communication with your mother, but I said, I'm pretty sure once upon a time y'all had communication. I said, just, you know, just keep that alive. That's all you got to do. Just keep that alive. I said, that, you know, that's the most important thing. So I said, are you hungry? You thirsty? You want anything? He was like, no, I'm fine. I just got to figure this all out. I said, well, come on, let's figure it out. Me and you, let's figure it out. And he was like, you serious? I said, listen, my time is your time. I said, I don't care what I got going on. I don't care. My time is your time. I'm here for you. So he gets back up and he stands there, and like, you know, I just put my arm around him, and he keeps his arms down and, you know, looking down at the picture. And I said, well, what's your mother's name? And he said his mother's name is Margarita. I said, okay, well, I said, you know, I'm no man of church. I'm no man of God. You know, I'm not a follower. But I asked him, I said, do you believe in God? And he said, yeah. I said, are you a Catholic or Christian? He said, I just believe in God. I said, well, this is what we're going to do. I said, you believe in God and Jesus? He said, yes. All right, well, close your eyes. And I said this. I said, God, one of your angels is at the gate. Her name is Miss Margarita. I said, I'm standing with her son. I said, God, you know his heart. You know his heart is heavy right now. I said, as a favor to him, I said, can you please just open the gate, and when you take Miss Margarita into heaven, can you just make sure her pains are gone? Make sure everything that was wrong with her here on earth does not go into them gates with her. Leave. I said, please, God, just leave it out here. Leave it out here. I said, and if you find it fit, please take her to her loved ones that has passed on before her. I said, because I don't know, and I said it like this too. I said, I don't know how it is to walk into heaven, but if it's like if you leave earth to go to heaven with an earthly mind, Strange places become scary. I said, so please just give her some familiar faces, some familiar smiles, some familiar smells, some familiar touches, some familiar hugs to make her transition and her journey comfortable and easy for her. That's all I could say. Because like I said, I'm not a follower, but I know how it is. That's one thing I like to tell people. Just because I don't subscribe don't mean I don't know how it is. So after we finished, I said, come on, man, let's go sit down. He sat down in his car, and I just leaned up against his car. And we talked about, you know, kids, and we talked about work, and we talked about life, and we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. And you know, I asked him, I said, what do you do for a living? And he was like, man, I'm a designer. I said, oh, with clothes or something? He was like, no. So if a building is already constructed and they want to, let's say a hospital, and they want to add on another wing of a hospital, but without building a whole nother construct. Let's say that they just got a whole empty wing, and they want to turn this empty wing that has nothing but closets into a maternity wing. He goes in and he designs that stuff. I said, damn, you know, that's dope. I told him I was in the medical field. I told him what I do, and you know, but I could look in his face and tell that the conversation is working, it's helping, but his mind is still there. So I asked him, I said, man, I said, you gonna be all right to drive? And he was like, yeah, I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. And I said, well, listen, let's not move until you good. I said, me and you, we're gonna sit here, we good, let's just sit here. We're not gonna move until you're good. So I was telling him about, you know, losses I took in life. You know, I shared with him the same stories I share with y'all. And then he asked me, he's like, are you a preacher? I said, nah, I'm not a preacher. And he was like, well, no, what are you? And I was like, I'm a human being, man. I'm a man just walking planet Earth, you know, trying to find his way. And he started laughing. And he was like, well, no, I asked you because you know, that prayer you gave. And I said, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I said, I don't believe in Jesus or God. I said, but who am I to not be here for you in your time? If you're a believer, I said, listen, whatever helps you get through this time, I said, man, I'll walk that path. I told him, I said, I got friends who are Muslims. I got friends who are Mormons. I got friends who are Christians. I got friends who are atheists. I got friends. Listen, I said, I'm just here to help you walk that path. I don't care about none of that other stuff. I don't care. Like, I'm here to help you. That's my goal. My mission is to help you. So we sat there. We talked some more. Of course, he asked me, you know, well, like, you know, you're in the sports, and I had to tell him about my sorry Saints. And he was like, man, I'm a Rams fan. And I was like, well, listen, I'd rather be a Rams fan right about now than a Saints fan. Well, you know, topic for a whole nother conversation. But we sat there and we just talking. And I told him, I said, well, look, man, you know, I said, the only thing I could tell you that somebody told me when I took one of my greatest losses ever, one day at a time. That's what I told him, just one day at a time. And I said, well, do you got like arrangements set up for your mother? And he was like, yeah, you know, she didn't have insurance, so I already prepaid for everything. So I was like, all right, well, you know, he said his old lady's gonna come with the kids, and he's gonna have to call his old lady, have her come with the kids, and they're gonna start preparing everything. I said, well, look, we all know when you go, you got to be casket sharp. And he started laughing too. I said, you got to make sure, man, the dress, the jewelry, the shoes, got to be fly. When you walk into them gates, you got to be fly. And he was like, yeah. I said, well, make sure the wife handle that. I said, because you know us men, you know, we're sorry when it comes to stuff like that. Because I'm looking at him and he looking at me. Ain't like we the most flyest coordinated people on planet Earth. But like I told him, I said, you know, we just got to be fly when it comes to stuff like, I mean, you know, they you know, we ain't the ones for that. Let me say that. And he was like, yeah, my wife, she said she's gonna handle all that and stuff. So, you know, I saw it start to ease off of his face. So I told him, I was like, well, I said, here go my number. I said, you need to talk anytime. I don't care what time it is. If you need to talk, you call me. If you can't call, you text me. I don't care what it is. I said, I just want to make sure you're good. And he was like, man, I appreciate you, brother. And it was crazy. I didn't write my name on the paper. I just wrote my phone number. I appreciate you, brother. He hugged me. And when he hugged me, he just embraced me again. And it was like a good little 30 seconds. You know, and it might sound like 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, but an embrace of a total stranger. Remember, we don't know each other from a hole in the wall. I knew right then and there he needed that last embrace. So I hugged him. And I said, man, look, man, I love you. I said, I love you. I said, if you feel like, you know, you need love, I said, listen, I love you. And all the energy I have, I'm going to send it towards you. I said, because I know how it is, man. I said, just do me a favor. He said, what's that? I said, when you get to that hospital and you look at your mother, I said, I want you to just kiss her on the forehead for me. I said, and when you kiss her on her forehead, I want you to tell her, if there's a spot in heaven for me, I said, just tell her, no, just help get it right. I said, listen, I like food, good old Spanish food. You know, he was Spanish. I don't know if he's Mexican or what, but I told him I said I like good Spanish food. I said, you know, and I love sports. I said, so if you can just have her get that room ready. Some food in there, a TV, you know, sports all around the clock. I said, that's all I'm asking. He was like, I could do that. I said, but hey, man, I said, on a serious note, you know, listen, you can do this. You can do this. And he was like, I know. I said, no, I'm telling you, you can do this. You're gonna do it. I said, don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Yeah, I know, man, I know. I said, all right, I got faith in you. I said, I told him, I believe you. I believe you and I believe in you. And I know that you're going to be able to do it. I said, if I can help you. He was like, no, man, we got everything. Like I said, I prepaid for everything. You know, the money, all right, great. I said, but that might be that time when you want to step away because you don't want to see it. You don't want the kids to see you falling apart or the old lady to see you falling apart. I said, you do me a favor. I said, you call me, man. Call me and you know, we'll get you through it. He said, I really do appreciate you, bro. I said, all right, man, listen, we good. We got it. You got it. I said, I believe in you. So if you got it, I know that that everybody else is going to be straight. And I said, if you have her service in Arizona, which he said he is, I said, if you have it, let me know. I'll come. I kept it real. I said, I'll come. Not a problem. And he was like, no, okay, I appreciate it, man. I said, well, you know, I don't know what kind you're going to have, but if it's going to be one for the people, let me know. I'll come. I said, if it's just a small little thing, let me know. I'll send some flowers. I said, I just want to make sure you good. So, you know, he got back in the car and I got back in the car and, you know, he rolled the passenger window down and he was like, I appreciate you, man. I love you. I said, I love you too, man. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it. I said, I told him, you don't have to know somebody on that level to love them. I said, just understand. You got people in your corner and I'm officially one of them. I said, it's an honor. So I pulled off and, you know, he pulled off and we both got on the same highway, but he got off on another exit and made a U-turn. So I know he's going back down towards the valley. So, but, you know, I wanted to share this with y'all because, you know, it's listen, when you come across somebody who's out here, man, hurting, fucked up, excuse my mouth, messed up, you know, going through what they're going through. I'm not going to say stop for every single person because you'll find yourself, you know, never moving from the spot that you're in. But like I told him, I said, you know, like I tell everybody need help from somebody on their way to being self-reliant. And self-reliance doesn't mean like, you know, I can financially take care of myself. I can hold it. No, sometimes that moment, somebody needs somebody to help them through that moment. You know, and I'm lucky to be one of them people. I'm not going to say I'm like a chosen person, but people who know me can attest that I've come across people who I don't know from a hole in the wall, total strangers, who when they see me, they feel like they can, you know, empty their troubled minds and troubled hearts. And I don't mind. I don't mind. Because once upon a time, I've walked these streets, lost and confused, and it was total strangers who helped me. Total strangers who helped me out of situations when I know I could have did something else. I ain't got no business doing. But it was people who just saw me and they seen it in me and helped me out. You know, through a conversation, through an embrace. So, you know, just listen. We're all still human. So, keep your head up. You know, smile. You know, and just understand that if you get the opportunity to help somebody, or you get the opportunity as an honor, you know, added to your who you just helped. Whether a lot of people believe this or not, that person will help with you living after you're gone. And I say that, when I say that, I mean this. That man might go tell his old lady and his kids what happened. I'm not saying that, you know, he has to, but if he doesn't, that's fine. But let's just say he does. And they remember that story. You know, after me and him are dead and gone, his kids will tell that story. And then maybe his kids' kids will tell that story. And it will perpetuate. So within that story, you know, I'll continue to live. You know, and I always say that I don't do anything for converts. Y'all been a part. Anybody who knows me through these YouTube streets know that, you know, I don't do nothing for converts. I don't do nothing for you know, to get praise. I have stopped and helped out people in the middle of talking their lives. So everybody know that, you know, in the middle of me filming, like me just recording something, I will take it completely left and then go help somebody out. Whole conversations and everything. You know, and I don't do it for nothing. I don't want no money. I don't want nothing. I just want to be able to say that this person is going to get through their situation, and I'm honored to be able to have helped that person. That's all. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I've ever wanted. So like I said, you know, if y'all get to the point where, you know, you come across somebody, you know, with their head down, you know, and I know we're trained to just look at people like, yeah, whatever. You know, oh boy, you know, we're trained to do that. But, you know, just, you know, understand that sometimes that ain't no, you know, that might not be the best thing to do at that time. Like I always tell people, I don't mind talking to people because my conversation could have possibly kept somebody off of a ledge, or for train track, or staring on the end of a barrel that they're holding up themselves. You know, we always got everybody. You know, people move like we just don't have time. You have time. What I think I said this before, but if I didn't, then what it is. I'm gonna tell you right now. When people really want something, they'll go to the end of the world for it. Everything else gets an excuse. We have time. We just we'll say, oh, we don't have time. We don't have time. No, you have time. Find a way to make time. Just find a way. Trust me when I tell you. You know, take that take that hour you would use to, you know, scroll through social media, and, you know, put it towards maybe helping somebody keep their sanity. You know, just understand that the same situation that somebody is going through, think hard on something. Well, listen, I don't know who's in the chat. Everybody, I appreciate whoever's in here. I appreciate y'all. Salute, love, peace, happiness to anybody, who's in this chat. Like I said, if you can just do old truth teller for a favor. If you come across somebody with their head down, you know, even if you think they're crazy, might be talking to themselves. You know, just see what you can do. You might walk up to them and you all right, and they might just be talking out their mind. Hey, listen, maybe it's the drugs. All right, I get it. You know, But trust me when I tell you, somebody you're going to run across is really going to need somebody to talk to. Somebody you're going to come across is going to need somebody, right? And we as a people, we always, this is crazy. When 9/11 happened, united we stand. When somebody black dies, us, and this, that, and the third. But on a regular day, we don't think about people. I'm gonna tell you like this. It be those regular days where people do stuff that there's no coming back from. The holidays is coming around. That man, I don't know what he had planned with his mother for the holidays. I don't know what he had planned for the holidays. But like I said, it's those regular days where something happens and it hurts you. Let's just all just take a second and try to help our people out. That's all. Let's help our people out. So what we gonna do? Let's just help our people out, But like I said, chat, I just wanted to share the story with y'all. I like telling y'all these stories. Bring a little human touch to YouTube, because everybody's Superman and everybody's Superwoman and everybody ballers and shot callers and a lot of people are somebody that they're not. I like bringing the human feel to YouTube, just to show you that there's still some people out here. There's still some people out here who need help, and there's still some people out here who's willing to help. Right? So, like I said, man, if you come across somebody who just, even when they tell you nothing's wrong, but you can see it in their face, and just sit next to them. Right? Just sit next to them. Just to show them. And they say, well, what you sitting here for? Well, listen, if nothing's wrong, that's fine. I sit here. I just don't want you to feel like you're alone right now. Just sit there. Don't say a word to them. They might not say a word to you. They might get up and just walk away. But like I said, it's nothing like going through something and having somebody there for you. Nothing like it. And we're all lucky people that, when we go through something, we could pick up a phone and have somebody there, for us. We're lucky. We're blessed. We're fortunate, however you want to put it. Because there's some people out here who can't even go to somebody for a drink of water. In America, who cannot go to somebody for a drink of water. More or less, when they're going through something. All right, chat. Hey, listen, y'all have a great day. You see Sly, you see Nick, you give them some hell for me. Just understand, like it's we can do it. Let me say that we can do it. One day at a time. We can do it. I believe in y'all. Y'all believe in me, right? Until the next time.